Alright, so here we are, match number 2. We have Dantafass versus DyZroD versus Hunter versus lulub. Actually, I have to edit the title. Oops. There we go. Awesome. So, all French players. Got DyZroD from Team Fox. He has played Dirt. I've seen him in Dirt for like the past 2 or 3 years. I don't want to say he's like an old school Dirt player because I think he's too young for that. But he definitely was really good at TM2 Dirt. We got Hunter, also I think an old school Dirt player. lulub I'm not entirely sure, and Dantafass I'm not sure either. I don't recognize them from TM2, but yeah, I do recognize DyZroD and Hunter, of course, because I have played against them in competitions before. Anyway, good luck, have fun, and this is round number 1 of NDC, edition number 2, match 2 of the quarterfinals. So let's watch as we have DyZroD coming through the corner here. DyZroD with the fastest start by far. We have Hunter right behind him. lulub 0.4 behind him. Dantafass 0.4 behind as well. Ooh, Hunter making a touch, so that's going to put him out of it. Dantafass also touching, so let's watch from lulub's perspective. DyZroD going insanely wide there. Looking incredibly fast. DyZroD nice and far ahead. Will be touching there on the turn. Getting passed by Hunter. Has a terrible gear, so Hunter is probably going to take that second place. DyZroD with a 56-2, not too bad. That first place, and there we have it. Bit of a chaotic first round. No one really close to each other, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, I guess. So now going into this round, we have lulub going for a normal start. We have DyZroD versus Hunter up in the start here. DyZroD with a little bit more speed. Hunter with about the same line. DyZroD getting a little bit of air time, but DyZroD going for more of an attack. Hunter touching again in that uphill. So DyZroD taking it nice and easy for this first place. Next closest player is already 0.4 behind and touches. So yeah, I think DyZroD is going to easily take that first place yet again. So Hunter maybe coming up and attacking on lulub, but he hits the wall, so he's going to be out of it. And DyZroD is going to easily take that first place. lulub in second, Dantafass in third, and if Hunter can finish, then he will get fourth place. And looks like Hunter oh, he does. Okay. Oof. Close. So DyZroD already 10 points ahead of lulub in second. So this is looking really good for DyZroD. Someone already making a mistake in the start. Was that Hunter just hitting? Hunter touching at the start, so he's just out of it immediately. This is going to be a nice and easy match for DyZroD, it seems like. He is having no trouble with his consistency or his pace. He is looking just fantastic right now. lulub is taking this nice and safe. Probably can afford it. Let's take a look from Hunter's perspective. Hunter maybe trying to catch up. Ooh, lulub making a mistake, so Hunter will be able to come in second here, I think, if he doesn't make a mistake. And again, Dantafass is right on his tail, or lulub, I guess that is. And DyZroD taking that first place. Once again, this is just a breeze for DyZroD so far. He has not had to put up with any fights whatsoever yet. So we have one final round here on this map. We have Hunter and DyZroD both go for that no slide line. Hunter doesn't get to keep the no slide though. Yeah, DyZroD gets that earlier gear, so he gets to pull ahead by about 0.2. Hunter not touching in the uphill, so Hunter is keeping the pressure on DyZroD. Finally seeing a bit of a battle going on here for first. And Dantafass and lulub will be a little bit farther behind, so they are really out of it on this round. Hunter going for a nice attacking line. He's probably going to go tighter here, but that means he's going to be a little bit wide. So DyZroD ends up being ahead just enough. We'll see what time DyZroD can land here. He's been doing low 56s as far as I can remember. Got another 56.3 for first place, so that is good for DyZroD. DyZroD just taking it nice and easy and getting the 40 out of 40 points to start. Very good for him. So now Hunter, lulub, and Dantafass all within 7 points of each other, so there's really no telling who's going to get that second place and move on to tomorrow's semifinals, but it's definitely something else. DyZroD's pace has just been much stronger than all these other players as far as we can tell so far. And a consistent pace at that. He was able to consistently, you know, get those low 56s, and that's no small feat. You know, even though that is quite an easy map, it's hard to consistently risk at that level on it, so props to him. Hunter making a little touch there. Yeah, it's not great for him. Just a warm-up. These players are gonna need it on this map, especially because of how difficult it is. Very, very technical dirt map. A lot of aspects, especially at the start. Very, very technical. Anyway, good luck to these players as they move on to the second map. We got Back to the Roots by DyZroD. Let's follow Hunter in the start here. Hunter trailing just a little bit. Oh, but he makes a mistake. But as we saw in the last match, touching there isn't the most detrimental thing in the world. You can still be relatively in the race if you make a mistake there. As he is, he's only 0.3 behind, so doesn't have to worry too much, except he does make another touch. So you know what, let's move up and spectate Dantafass for this round. Trailing right behind DyZroD, and this should be relatively easy for him to maintain this lead. DyZroD, he has a 0.4 of a lead, 0.7 of a lead now. He's really just breezing through this quarterfinal. Not like I didn't expect it. Dantafass making his mistake there. So let's see who's going to get the second place position. We got Hunter, who's going to go for the jump, and he makes it. So DyZroD, 50 out of 50 points. Then Hunter, lulub, and Dantafass trailing behind him. So we're starting to see the levels form here. We got DyZroD miles ahead of the other competition, both on the track and in points. And Hunter is, you know, still leading ahead of the other three, but not by much. And it's actually hard to pull ahead from the others when you've yet to get a 10-pointer. So, you know, that's just one thing that's going to be a detriment if you try to do that. Regardless, we have DyZroD here in the lead. We have Hunter trailing just behind, and he's only 0.1 behind, so he really does have an opportunity here to catch up if he keeps this line and this pace going. You know, they're both driving, you know, the exact correct lines, almost the exact same as each other. DyZroD going a little bit wider, Hunter cutting it a bit short, and it looks like DyZrod's wide line did pay off in the long run. So DyZrod's going to go for this jump, and DyZroD is going to make it. Nice job from him. Then we have Hunter, only 0.5 behind. DyZroD with a 52.5, not too bad. Followed by lulub and Dantafass. Not a stranger to that configuration of players coming in that order, so it seems like they're really setting themselves up for the long term here. That being said, Hunter is not even, he's just 8 points ahead of lulub, so lulub is not, you know, set in this position. All he has to do, and actually this is interesting, DyZroD making an early mistake. Will he be able to keep his streak? He is halfway there. He has won 6 out of 6 rounds. Can he make it 7, or is he going to be denied in this next round? We will see. Hunter going for a little bit more of a wide line, DyZroD going for an attack, and DyZroD is only 0.07 behind. He has about the same entrance speed, a little bit faster than Hunter, but Hunter is trailing right behind him. Hunter going for that inside line. We'll see. DyZroD gets it nicely. Very good from DyZroD. He has a little bit more speed because of that outside approach, and it looks like Hunter is yet to realize. And DyZroD is barely able to make it up into the finish. So DyZroD keeps his streak alive. And I think it's the 3rd time in a row on this map we've seen the DyZroD, Hunter, lulub, Dantafass 10, 6, 4, 3 in that order. So we are seeing a lot more people spreading themselves out. We got 70 to 39, 29, 23. So Hunter is, you know, probably thinking there is no way I'm getting a first place here now. You know, when you have momentum like this, which DyZroD definitely does, it really starts to just, you know, compound on itself. And even if you have a bad start to a round like we saw in the last round, it doesn't really affect you negatively mentally as it would, you know, one of these other players who's feeling like they have the pressure on them. But DyZroD definitely has no pressure at all when he has almost double the points of 2nd place. So DyZroD here, just a little bit ahead of Hunter by only 0.05. So Hunter could catch this up, but DyZroD does have the upper hand just ever so slightly, and he goes for more of an attack, and DyZroD gets it just by 0.04 faster than Hunter. So 4 out of 4 rounds on this map have been this exact same configuration. DyZroD now 80 out of 80 points. Can he do it in the next map? Can he get to finalist and then close it out and get the perfect 13 out of 13 rounds in a row? We will see. So our next map is going to be made by Firestorm. This is Impact. Very difficult and technical map. So DyZroD might be actually the best equipped for this map, given that it's so technical. What is up, Wizard? How is it going? So we have Hunter here. Watching him in the warm-up. He is ahead. He has the best warm-up time going on, but makes a mistake. So, but we get a good overview of this map, being kind of a technical hell for dirt. When's the next cup? I'm not sure. You can join my my Discord, and I'll always announce it before it happens. All right. Now, moving on. We got map number 3. This is DyZroD's chance to get 80 out of 80, continued on to a 120 out of 120. All he has to do is keep this. So all these players are starting off equally good. It's actually nice to see them all in a pack together. It's a very close round, and all these players are looking very good. Hunter with kind of a massive lead, though, by 0.2. DyZroD not getting as good of a start as he usually would. This might be the end to his 10-pointer reign in this match. We'll see. He's 0.2 behind. He goes for a very aggressive line and looks like he's going to catch up to Hunter just a little bit. He's only 0.2 behind still, but that's not much when you have, 15 seconds left to go on a map. 0.1 behind. He keeps the gear, but so does Hunter. This is going to be tough for both of them. We got Hunter, who's just a little bit ahead. But now DyZroD going for that more outside line, and it looks like DyZroD will be able to, and Hunter makes a mistake, so DyZroD gets another 10-pointer. Who could have guessed? Very good competitive play by DyZroD. So now Hunter is getting that 6-pointer yet again, but lulub getting 3 points, and Dantafass getting 4. So it is not over for these last players. You know, Hunter is only 15 points ahead of lulub, which is not a lot. DyZroD has made some minor mistakes, but he's always made them up. I think he's made 2 mistakes so far out of 9 rounds, which is great to see. He's done a great job here. Here, going a little bit wide. Let's take a look from Hunter's perspective, because he is trailing right behind him. Hunter is probably desperately needing that 10-pointer. He doesn't really need it, but he's going to want it. Oh, but Hunter makes a mistake, and DyZroD is likely to take the next 10-pointer yet again. That is a good point, Wizard, is, in TM2, the maps and driving, it was much harder to be this consistent in TM2 because you had so much more bumpy surfaces and more difficult maps. So, yeah, it's definitely something different in TM 2020 than from TM2. Moving on to the next round, we have Hunter, who's still trying to pass up DyZroD. We got Dantafass making an early mistake. lulub going for a really attacking inside line, going over the penalty dirt. You know, we've seen Snowman in the last round go for a no-slide line over the penalty dirt. It actually paid off just a little bit. But in this round, we're not really seeing that yet. Hunter only 0.11 behind. Oh, but he makes a mistake, and the pressure is off of DyZroD. DyZroD with 100 out of 100 points so far. And it's looking like he might get a 110 out of 110 if he does not make a mistake. Let's take a look back here. Do we have any battles going on? Got lulub trailing behind Dantafass, making a mistake. And it looks like DyZroD is going to easily take this, which he does with a 104.37. These low 104 times are something else. These are very nice times. So we got DyZroD with 2 more rounds, potentially. All he has to do to qualify into finalist is win this round, and then we'll move on to the next map. DyZroD trying to end this as quickly as possible. DyZroD is so far ahead at this point that I think we need to just go back and look at lulub's perspective, or Hunter's perspective, who was right behind lulub. Because frankly, it's quite boring to see DyZroD have such a dominant performance here. So Hunter going up for a pass on lulub, makes a mistake there. Dantafass and Hunter going for that safe fin, and it looks like lulub didn't make that finish, so DyZroD with a 104.33 again. What can I say other than he is definitely going to win this? I mean, the only way he couldn't is if he lost like 7 rounds in a row. We'd have to win 7 rounds, or lose 7 rounds in a row to Hunter in order to throw this away. But I don't think he's going to do that. But one thing we didn't notice is I've been talking about the fact that, you know, Dantafass and lulub are quite even here. Yeah. Dantafass practicing that start. Got Hunter up here. Hunter probably thinking, maybe feeling a little comfortable about getting a second place. I'm gonna guess the first place is completely out of his mind now, because it would be out of my mind if I was against DyZroD at this point. You know, denying finalist a few times is possible. Doing it 7 times, that's not gonna happen. But if he were to swap the pace with DyZroD and just go bam, 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 first place every time, he could do it. So we will see. But frankly, I'm not expecting it. I expect to see DyZroD finish up and get the first place in this next round. So good luck to DyZroD. Let's spectate from his perspective here. Someone hasn't started? What? Did lulub leave or what? What happened? Okay, well, we'll use default to the rule where we wait for the next round if he's not playing. Anyway, DyZroD here, going through and leading the pack here. Hunter trying to desperately keep up with DyZroD, doing a good job here, but DyZroD is just slightly faster out some of these turns. Hunter's showing that he has a good pace, but DyZroD is just too fast. But then again, he goes for a little bit of an overtake here, potentially at the end. Can Hunter deny it? But no, DyZroD will get 13 out of 13. Fantastic job. Yo, Quebec, thank you for the sub with Prime. Okay. So it looks like lulub just gave up that round. Anyway, DyZroD goes through. We have so much time to go. So much time to go until we get this second place player. But it looks like Hunter might be skilled enough to just take it as quick as possible. But it will require a couple more, let's see, what, 5, 6 more rounds? So the fastest he can do it is in, by the end of the next, map. Round 3 of next map, that's the fastest he can get done with this. And that really shows just how far ahead DyZroD was. It's quite insane to think about it. But, we do need to play for the second place regardless. So Hunter coming in that first place, finally getting some 10-pointers. Not a single other player has felt the touch of 10 points yet in this match. It's crazy to think about. But here we are. Moving on, we got Dantafass. We'll watch here. Going for a wide line there. He has the most speed, but not by much. And it might not pay off. He is able to pass lulub though. But Hunter taking a superior inside line while also maintaining the same amount of speed. So good for Hunter here. Hunter not driving poorly. I think that's one thing that we need to recognize is that Hunter is not a bad player, and he was not driving bad in the match up until this point. It was just that DyZroD was faster. That was the only thing that was, you know, getting in his way, really. And yeah, Hunter really can show that he has talent here when DyZroD is off the field. So 56.4, not a bad time. Maybe you know, when DyZroD is on, he's pushing a little bit harder than his normal pace just to try to pass him, but you know, he doesn't need to do that anymore, so he can relax and show his actual dirt talent that he has naturally. Let's watch from another player's perspective. lulub and Dantafass both going really far outside there, which it is slower than just doing a quick inside no slide line. lulub making an early mistake. Dantafass now trailing behind Hunter, and Dantafass making mistakes, so we shall just watch Hunter yet again. Hunter taking the lead here still. Just keeping a nice, steady ground. Hunter with some nice turns here, and he is probably, didn't make a mistake. Nice time of a 56.27, so nice job from Hunter here. And he needs 3 more round wins, so we're going to be going on to the next map, and this will be an opportunity for Hunter to pull ahead here. So we are back to the roots. What is up, Troulette? Are you ready for your match? It's in about 30 minutes, yeah? I think you're match number 3. Alright, good. Right now it's looking like Hunter's gonna take this. All he has to do is close out the last couple of rounds here, and he will get that 2nd seed and move on to the semifinals for tomorrow. Now going on to the first round of, excuse me, Back to the Roots by DyZroD. Oh, Dantafass making an early mistake, clipping his wheel on that turn. We got Hunter here, still in first. Let's watch lulub's perspective, just a little bit behind Hunter. lulub has not been driving poorly. It's just Hunter is a proper dirt player, and I want to say that lulub is probably way less experienced with dirt than Hunter is. lulub getting a very poor gear there, so Hunter is going to probably take this one. Hunter going for that little dive, jump. Very nice, very nice. Oh, and he misses the finish! And even Dantafass is gonna pass him. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, not the best thing you'd want to see there. So now, Hunter's gonna need to do a little bit more work. It's not gonna be as easy as just finish. And it looks like we had 2 early mistakes from both Dantafass and lulub. Yeah, I think they did the same thing. Whatever they did, it was 0.5 worthy mistakes, so this is the battle to watch, I guess. for that second place. We'll be touching a little bit. Actually, I can't tell if he touched or not. I guess it's fine if you touch there. We'll be passing Dantafass in that turn. Very nice. So, as we'd expect, 52.9 by Hunter. Nice time. And he has 2 more rounds that he has to win in a row. And he will go through, and that'll be the end of this match. So we'll see who is going to take it. We have lulub trailing behind a little bit. Hunter making an early mistake. Dantafass coming up behind him. So Hunter probably not going to finish in first in this round unless both lulub and Dantafass make a mistake. In fact, let's watch it from Hunter's perspective because he's going to... Never mind, let's not watch it because he's making a lot of mistakes. So let's watch from lulub's perspective, who was right in front of Dantafass. Dantafass just slightly behind. Those players are only 1 point apart, so if they were able to, you know, collaboratively, you know, take down Hunter and keep him from getting first repeatedly, then that could work for them. Dantafass barely keeping ahead of Hunter, who goes for the risky finish. Alright. Good luck to Hunter. He has 1 more round on this map. And this will be his 1 chance, so let's watch him. Dantafass making a really early mistake. lulub with a... right out of the gate, he's already like 0.2 or 3 ahead. And Hunter is trying to quickly catch up. Not doing a too bad job of it. All he has to do is try to keep the pressure on lulub and hope for a mistake. Or just, you know, keep a nice even keel going through this turn here. Which he does, and it sounds like he kept the gear too, so he's going to be working just fine with this. He's a little bit ahead of lulub, only by about 0.1, but he should be fine with this, and Hunter probably will, with only a little bit of track left to go, take this first place. Let's see, can he do it? Hunter misses the finish! And lulub, oh my gosh. Okay, well, bit of a troll. But lulub up to 95 points. And that is it for this map. We're going to be going on to the next map in this match. And this is our 2nd time seeing a Firestorm's map. So, interesting. Very interesting. So we got a little bit of a warm-up here. So, moving on into what could be the final round, we have Hunter in finalist, lulub with 95 points and Dantafass with 86. So lulub could take this from Hunter if all he has to do is win a round, get to 105, win 2 more, he'll be finalist. So he'll have to win 4 rounds in a row, which it's not looking good with a start like that. So let's take a look from Hunter's perspective. Why not? He is right inside of Dantafass here, so these two players are in a close battle here. Hunter with a way better line, though. He gets way more exit speed, and Dantafass is going to be almost a second behind him. So Hunter may be able to lock it out in this round. All he has to do is continue to keep this pace, don't make any mistakes, and he will be set to get a first place in this round. Ooh, but Hunter makes a mistake, and he might actually get overtaken. Hold on. Let's see, Dantafass is coming up behind him with a little bit of extra speed, but Hunter might be fine, actually. Makes another little bit of a janky line. Oh, he is falling apart a little bit, but Hunter has one more jump, and I think he will make it, and he does. Ooh, bit of a scary ending for him, I'm sure, but Hunter gets first place. GG. So that will be DyZroD and Hunter coming in first and second, then 99 points for lulub and 92 points for Dantafass. So